Hello, guys. I'm struggling today. I'm struggling with this video today. I know that I want to make this video. I've started it. I've done it 3, 4 different times. Ditched it. I hated it. This video is supposed to be about motivation and self-control and how it's overrated. Motivation and self-control seem to ebb and flow. It's a human condition, if you will. We are not always motivated. We do not always have self-control. So what do we do to help ourselves when we're trying to reach a goal? And you get up in the morning and one morning you're full of motivation and everything is going your way and you are just kicking ass, okay? For lack of a better term. Or the next day you get up and you feel like someone has kicked your ass. That happens as well. I hate to say that happens more often than the previous, but it does happen. So what do you do to help yourself through those times when you're not feeling motivated? Well, I'm here to share with you what I do. Also, self-control. Self-control is also overrated and it ebbs and flows as well. We can set up, these two kind of go hand in hand, motivation and self-control. And there are things that you can do to control your environment that help you stay on track with what you're trying to accomplish. On the days that I'm not motivated, I have my environment set up to help me stay on track. I'm going to give you a few examples of what I do. I may be, let's say I'm trying to lose weight. It's just, I keep going back to that one, but it's a big one for me. So I'm trying to lose weight, but I'm not motivated that day. So what did I do on a day that I was motivated? I went through and I got rid of all the high calorie, temptation, sugary foods that I keep in my house, or I used to keep in my house. And I bagged them up and I gave them away. I gave them to family, friends, whoever wanted them, got rid of them. They're quick and easy access foods on the days you're not feeling motivated to cook or you're not motivated to stay on track with what you're doing. So when I get up in the morning and I'm not feeling motivated, and the first thing I want to do is grab a bowl of Fruit Loops. One of my favorite things. Crazy, but it is. So I want to grab a bag of Fruit Loops or a bowl of Fruit Loops. It's not available. So my choices are plain oatmeal. There's different things that I have in place of that. I can fry myself, well, scramble myself an egg or something like that. It forces you to do with what you have. I make things less accessible by, for another example, is I want a soda. If I want a soda, I have to get in my car and drive to town to get a soda. Now, I'm not going to tell you that town is that far. It's probably about a mile, but that's not the point. The point is I have to get in my car and I have to drive somewhere to get it. Am I likely to do that? Well, some days I will do that. Some days most days I just won't do it. And I don't keep them in the house, sodas that is, because if I do, I have this terrible habit of just drinking them all day long. It's a habit that I sadly acquired as a much younger person, and I'm trying to break. And breaking habits is not easy. So what you have to do is make them less accessible, which also links in with the self-control. You need, people tell you, oh, you need to practice self-control. Well, full on that. Self-control is not, it ebbs and flows. Some days I get up and my self-control is great. I can look at that and say, I'm not having that today, or whatever. And then there are days where it's like, I want to eat everything in the kitchen. So you make it unavailable. That helps your self-control. Changing your environment will help you to stay motivated and help you with your self-control. These things kind of go hand in hand. They marry together rather well. And if you practice these things, you can be successful. Self-control is not, it doesn't come natural for many human beings. There are others that it may well come very natural for, but self-control can work for you. Changing your environment can work for you in a lot of areas. You may perceive that someone has exquisite self-control. They have the best self-control. You've never seen anything like it. When in fact they may have very good self-control, but the truth of the matter is they spend less time in tempting situations. They remove the temptation. By removing the temptation, they can remain, they can control, they can have their self-control. This makes things much easier for them. You've got to remember that self-control is a short-term strategy for success, not a long-term strategy for success. The long-term strategy for success is changing your environment, making it support the new habit or the new person that you want to be. This is extremely, extremely important. If you take nothing else away from this video, take this part. Motivation and self-control are fleeting. They ebb and flow. It is normal. You are human. In order to attain the success that you are seeking, whether it be weight loss or whatever it is in your life, you have to build an environment that supports your goal. It's pretty much that simple. So when I say I want to lose weight, I have to go into my kitchen, purge, and rebuild to support the goal that I'm trying to reach. If my goal is to write a book, then I need to put things in my way that support writing a book. For example, put my computer where it's very accessible. That way it reminds me, yes, I want to do this, so I can sit down. Make it easier. Make things easier. Remove the roadblocks from your life that are keeping you from where you want to go. A wise person once told me, if there's a mountain in your way, find a way around it. You can go around it, you can go over it, under it, through it. There's many, many different ways, paths to success. You can do this. Again, we are human. Motivation and self-control ebb and flow, and you can set up your environment for the success that you want to achieve. I promise you it's possible. I've done it, and it works. I hope you got something out of this today. I hope I motivated you, and I hope that you're doing well. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.